Early on in this mothering job, I determined that 3 laws governed my life. First, I would be changing diapers for eternity. Second, I would never again be rested. Forget waterboarding, try a colicky baby. And third, I'd better enjoy the years with my babies because things would only get worse. At least so I was told. Older mothers regularly stopped to coo over my babies because, who are we kidding, they really were the most adorable ever. Then counseled me to cherish this time with the baby years because they go by so fast. A tip: don't give that advice to a woman who hasn't showered in a week and is clinging to her last shred of sanity while navigating the grocery store with several small children. The advice was usually followed by the equally unhelpful, "You think babies are hard? Teenagers are so much worse." You mean there's no light at the end of this tunnel? In desperation, I pictured it going on forever, getting darker and narrower until I was finally hit by the oncoming train. On the bright side, the torture would be over. But honestly, I didn't believe the prophecies of doom. How hard can life be when your children bathe themselves, get dressed, make their beds, buckle themselves into their own car seats, and even get their own snacks? And that's not counting the school year. 6 hours to myself every weekday. Bring it. When my 4 children grew out of infancy and toddlerhood, I busted law number 1 and found a twisted glee in walking right past the diaper aisle. Okay, the truth, I still cackle when I walk past it. The in-between years, when my kids were no longer babies and not yet demonic teens, were delightful. They could play games more complicated than Candyland, could carry on meaningful conversations, discuss likes and dislikes. They could be reasoned with, taught chores. They could crack jokes, sometimes ones that even made sense. No mother had ever revealed the truth to me that the middle years were better than chocolate. And then my oldest turned 13. I braced myself for the horrors awaiting me. He played Darth Vader's Imperial March on the piano. You know the one? Dun, 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 dun. That didn't help my feelings of foreboding. Soon, my youngest turns 13. The good news is I've survived many teen years. In the process, I've learned the real secret of motherhood. Law number 3 couldn't be more wrong. Teenagers are awesome. My beloved children did not sprout horns or carry pitchforks. Sure, teenagers are moody and hormonal. Junior high is still as miserable as it was when I walked the halls with my trapper keeper. But the challenges I faced with my teens look very different from what I was told to expect. Each morning, I watch pieces of my heart walk out the door. The school hours are nice, although somehow they end up filled to the brim anyway. Television and bonbons are another myth. Honestly, I never feel whole again until all of my chicks are safely back in the nest. But law number 2 is real. I'm still sleep deprived. Now I'm waiting up for a child to get home, then waking up early to help with a school project. And sometimes at night, I'm awake because in the silence, my heart cries to the heavens on behalf of my babies, who aren't babies any longer. I stare into the darkness and I worry about them. I pray for their hopes and dreams, for their future spouses. So help me if some kid ever hurts mine. I pray that they'll treat their peers well, that if they see a bully, they'll step in and stand up for what's right. But I'm no longer with them all day to watch and help and offer advice. If I could be, they'd probably roll their eyes with, "Mom." When they were little, the biggest catastrophe they could create amounted to Sharpie on a wall or a gallon of pancake syrup dumped on the floor. Now they drive. Our Camry looks less like a vehicle to me now and more like a bomb ready to go off. Every day, my teens make decisions that have the potential to build or destroy their lives. So I've learned that those women weren't entirely wrong. Teens are hard because I'm no longer steering the ship. Sick with anxiety, I watch them navigate and hope I've taught them well enough that they won't hit an iceberg. This fall, my second child enters college. Half of my babies will have left the nest. Child number 3 tends to think that she's 29, going on 30, and she usually needs me only because she doesn't yet have a salary or a driver's license. But sometimes I see glimpses of the girl she was and still is. I've never told her how much I love the way she tilts her head before getting out of the car so I can give her a goodbye kiss. And when life gets hard, she comes to me for comfort, and she clings to me. In such moments, my heart is filled again, and it's broken anew, all at the same time, because I love my children. When they ache, I ache. Their tears become my tears. Loving them enough to help them fly, that is what hurts, what is so darn hard. Yet seeing them soar is what makes mothering them entirely worth it.